What's up, man? I want to talk about Deontay Wilder and not taking the zone deal. I have a different stance than a lot of other people. I'm not going to berate him or say he's ducking Anthony Joshua because he didn't take the zone deal. I think that's separate from wanting to fight or duck Anthony Joshua. I just think it was all about business, right? And Deontay Wilder is betting on himself, man. And one thing about boxing is you can look. A man should be able to bet on himself, take everything, all his his business into his own hands, his future into his own hands. But one thing about boxing, man, it's a gambling sport, man. Yes, you can bet on yourself, but I believe I seen some articles. Now the articles can be wrong, man, because we all know some articles lead you astray. But they said the 3 fight $100 million deal was for a Brazil fight, which he is fighting Brazil, and 2 Anthony Joshua fights. And maybe his team looked at the contract and they said, well, that's not enough to fight Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get on him for that. But my thing is this: I know a lot of people say, "Hey, man, he should bet on himself because he may make more money down the line." That is true. If he bet on himself, he may make money down the line, like Mayweather did versus Pacquiao, and he made a lot of money down the line. But my thing is this: although Deontay Wilder is undefeated, Deontay Wilder is a really good fight, a good fighter. He's a great puncher. He's not as polished as a person you will look at and say, "I think he can go undefeated for the next 5 fights." You know what I'm saying? He even though Deontay Wilder has shown dominance in the ring, he has shown hiccups. Versus Ortiz, that was a really good fight. His power showed up and saved him in that fight. And against Fury, I thought he lost to Fury, but he got a draw. So that has to tell you something that you know what I'm saying. As you move up in competition, this stuff going to get a little bit harder. Now Brazil, I don't think Brazil is on Ortiz or Fury's level, but he can punch. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about the heavyweight division, Hassan Rahman knocked out Lennox Lewis, man. James Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. So things happen in boxing, man. If Wilder go out and loses to Brazil, and Brazil is not on Fury's or Ortiz's level, he's not going to get that $100 million deal again from the zone. Now he may get it from Showtime. Now he said that he's showing his loyalty, but I have to say this to Deontay: do not show loyalty to a fault, because sometimes people can show loyalty to a fault. It's all right to show loyalty as long as it's going both ways. And I'm not talking about. I'm talking about as long as they're gonna pay you the money you deserve. Now, if they're going to give you a bigger deal than the zone gave you, if Showtime gonna give you a bigger deal than that, then so be it. So be it. But if they're not gonna give you a bigger deal than the zone, if me, I would have took the zone deal on this alone. He's fighting Brazil anyway. He would have got, I believe, 20 million for Brazil, and he would got the guaranteed Anthony Joshua fights, which that's what he wants. That's the whole. See, the Anthony Joshua fights is what Deontay wants. So sometimes you got to give up a little to get a lot. This is what I was saying about months ago about Deontay Wilder. Yes, Anthony Joshua is acting like a diva somewhat. Yes, he thinks he's the A side. I don't care about that A side, B side stuff. If you go in there and you beat Anthony Joshua and then beat him again, guess what? You hold all the cards. You on top of the heavyweight division. You're undisputed. Forget about Fury being lineal at that point, because nobody going to be worried about him being lineal at that point, because you're going to be undisputed. You're going to have all the titles. This is for all the titles, Deontay. I understand you want to show loyalty to Showtime. You can always go back to Showtime. It's only 3 fights, and you can fight these 3 fights in almost in a year and what? A year and 6 months. You can be done with the contract. You fight Brazil. You could probably fight if he fight in Brazil. What in what May 18th? You can go. You can if you knock Brazil out of in the first round, and Anthony Joshua take care of his business quick. Y'all can fight 4 months later. And then you can fight and if you win, if you beat Joshua, you can fight him again the beginning of the next year, and you can be done with the contract, and you can go back to Showtime, and then you can go back to Showtime and say, look, I just made $100 million. I beat Anthony Joshua twice. Y'all gonna have to really pay me. Either they gonna have to really pay you, or the zone probably will triple. If you think that Canelo got $300 million, if you beat Anthony Joshua twice, I'm pretty sure the zone will want to retain you back and them in Showtime will be in a bidding war. You'll be sitting pretty. You'll be sitting in the catbird seat. Listen, loyalty. Look, man. I understand you want to show loyalty to Showtime, Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel, them. Those guys are not taking punches. Those guys don't have to get in the ring and risk their life. You already said, hey, we risked our life. Yeah, you are risking your life, Deontay. Now, I say this. I'm not preview to the whole contract that the Zone had out. I don't know anything about what Showtime is going to pay him, but I know this. If Showtime is not going to give him $100 million in the next 3 fights, he should go ahead and take that DAZN deal. What's up, man? What's up? Like I'm talking about this whole Wilder situation, man. I understand Wilder want to show loyalty, man, but you can't show loyalty to a fault, especially in boxing, man. Those guys, Al Heyman, them, those guys are not taking the punches to the face. And if they not gonna offer you a bigger contract than the Zone offered you, I don't understand why not take the DAZN deal, fight those 3 fights. Like I said, he could fight those three fights fast. Get those fights over with. Beat Joshua, knock Joshua out twice. Now you are the focus of the boxing world. Because one thing about Deontay Wilder is about 33, 34. He has to get this ball rolling, man. He don't have time to be waiting two years or whatever to get the ball rolling. He has to get the ball rolling now. It's either now or never with Deontay Wilder. Seriously. Because I always thought that Deontay Wilder waited too long to make his move anyway. He should have been making his move 3-4 years ago when Floyd was still fighting for PBC. He should have been like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the man. I'm knocking everybody out. I respect what Floyd did for the game, but I'm the heavyweight. I'm the pinnacle of the boxing establishment, and I'm here. That's what he should have did. And I don't think Al Heyman and them put Deontay Wilder out there quick enough. But everybody getting mad at Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua rose so fast. I remember seeing an interview with Deontay Wilder, and they asked him about a young Anthony Joshua. This one, Anthony Joshua was like maybe 10 fights in. Deontay Wilder said Anthony Joshua is the future. That's what he said. He said Anthony Joshua is the future. I'm right now. Anthony Joshua is the future. It seemed like from that interview, Anthony Joshua has rose up exponentially, and he can't. He if you want to say you can actually say he passed Deontay Wilder. This man got 3 titles. He not only beat Klitschko, I know Fury beat Klitschko and ended Fury long run, but he knocked Klitschko out and retired Klitschko. So, man, let me know what y'all think. Hey, Zone, I'm gonna hit you up, though, man, after this video. But like I said, man, Deontay Wilder, don't show loyalty to a fault, man. Not in boxing, man. Not in boxing. You can do that in basketball. You can do it in football. You can do it in tennis. You can do it in hockey. But this is the hurt business. And if Brazil go in there and knock you out in the next fight, your stock goes way down. I'm just saying because of the climate we living in. We living in the climate of people are on your side because you're undefeated. Ask Adrian Broner how that turned out for him. Now the people that was on Adrian Broner's side 3-4 years ago when they were saying he was gonna be this, gonna be that when he's undefeated, they talking about him, they clowning him now. They only gonna be with you, Wilder, as long as you are winning. People don't understand that you can have a couple losses and still be a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? But since Mayweather changed the paradigm of undefeated, the new generation has come up on this undefeated thing, and they think boxing is all about undefeated, which is not. Boxing is about fighting the fighters that you should fight at the right time, giving the boxing fans great fights, and we